Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. Something tells me that we are going to be seeing these two again. There's going to be an update. Oh, yes, there's going to be an update. So just subscribe now. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
Something right here. All right. Your Honor, Mr. Barber.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Mr. Barber. Judge Judicial from the District Court. I'm going to call your case. This is the State of Michigan versus David Barber, file 25-43716-FY. Mr. Trush is here on your behalf. Ms. Brucker is here from the prosecutor's office. Do we have a resolution for today, Mr. Trush?
We do, Your Honor. We would, so the agreement as outlined is that he would plead to count 2, the domestic violence. The felony count would be dismissed. We will be tendering that as a no contest plea. After talking to Mr. Barber a little bit more and understanding some of the issues here, he has potential liability in a parole violation. So we would seek to tender this as a no contest plea because of that liability.
I certainly can understand that and accept that as a proper reason for no contest plea. Ms. Brucker, is that a correct statement of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Let me just make some notes. All right, Mr. Barber, you've heard what the attorneys have said. Is that what you want to do today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor, sir.
All right. There are certain rights that you have right now that you'll be giving up if you want to enter a no contest plea. I want to make sure that you understand what those rights are. If you enter a plea today, you will not be having a trial, so you give up all of the rights that you would have at trial. And those include the right to have a trial by a judge or by a jury, the right to see, hear, and question all the witnesses against you, the right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial and to get an order from the court called a subpoena to require those witnesses to appear and testify. You would also have the right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent. And if you chose to remain silent, that silence could not be used against you because you have an absolute right against self-incrimination. Mr. Barber, are you still there?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm just having a hard time hearing. I don't really have my hearing aids, but yes, I'm understanding.
All right.
I just got to listen close. I just got to be close to the speaker. That's all.
All right. I just want to make sure that you hadn't passed out or something on me. All right. You also have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and you have the right to appeal from a trial automatically. However, if you enter a plea, you may be limited to asking for permission to appeal. Do you understand all of those rights?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Your Honor. Do you have any questions about any of those rights?
No, sir. I don't believe so. No, sir.
All right. Knowing all of that, you still wish to enter your plea today? Yes,
sir.
All right. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions under oath. Would you raise your right hand so I can swear you in? You swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can put your hand down. Has anybody promised you anything other than this plea agreement to get you to plead no contest today?
No, sir. No,
Has anybody threatened you in any way in order to get you to plead?
No, Your Honor.
Are you doing this of your own free choice and free will?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right. Did we even get that done or not?
Yeah. Not in here.
All right.
We should have the affidavit probably cause in the folder.
All right. Mr. Truce, we were not able to get the printer to work off your email, but I do think I have a copy of the original affidavit of probable cause signed, looks like May the 11th of 2025. Is that when your copy was signed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Barber, do you have any objection to me looking at what the police report in a probable cause affidavit says instead of taking testimony from you about what happened?
Excuse me, sir.
Well, instead of requiring you to testify about what happened, I'm going to look at what's called an affidavit of probable cause. That's a statement from the police about what they think happened. Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Give me just a minute to do that. Counsel, I see that there is a habitual offender notice attached to count 1. What is to be the status of that?
That's to be dismissed.
Yeah, correct, Your Honor. Since it's now reduced to a felony, obviously the habitual offender notice wouldn't apply.
All right. I just want to make sure we had that on the record. Thank you. All right. Count 2 was charged with domestic violence, making an assault or assault and battery upon April Dole, an individual with whom he had a dating relationship or was a spouse or former spouse. The affidavit of probable cause indicates that on or about May the 10th of 2025 in Otsego County, the police went to the Travel Lodge on Main Street in Gaylord. There met with April Dole, who indicated that her husband, David Barber, scratched her face with his fingers, and then pointed a knife at her, which caused her to be scared. He was within about 10 feet of her at that point. I believe that those facts constitute the elements of assault or assault and battery upon Christine Dull, who was at that time, by her admission, had a spousal relationship with Mr. Barber within the county of Otsego on the date alleged in the complaint. So therefore, I will accept the factual basis. And based on the answer to the questions I received from Mr. Barber, I do find that it was given to me knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. So I will accept that. Ms. Bruker, I'm going to assume that we need to adjourn to get a victim impact statement this time.
Well, she was here a few minutes ago on the Zoom. So I don't know what happened to her. I saw her name up. So it was April Barber. Carmen, I don't know if she's there in the waiting room.
The
Ms.
boxes were
Barber, do
mixed.
we have an April Barber with us?
I'm watching for her to come back in.
All right, we'll give that a minute or two to see if we can get her back with us so that we can proceed to sentencing. If not, we'll simply adjourn and we'll take care of it that way.
Here she comes.
All right, the court notes that April Barber is present in the courtroom via Zoom. Ms. Barber, we've just taken the plea from David Barber to domestic violence, in which it was stated that you are the victim. As the victim, you have the right to address the court prior to any sentence being imposed. Is there anything that you want to tell me about the circumstances of this case or yourself that you want me to know prior to sentencing?
Absolutely. I have not seen Dave Barber in 5 years. I came back to him. He would never hurt me. He would never threaten me. He would never lay his hands on me. I was woken up around 11:30 to midnight with the cops knocking at the door. I was frazzled. I was drunk. I don't know. Dave would never point a knife at me, first of all. And I did ask him to go get one. So I'm the one that had the knife. I'm the one that was cutting the meat because we had ribs that day.
Ms. Barber, you covered up the video. I can't see can't see you at the moment. I need to be talking to me. All right, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, can you see me?
I can now. Thank you very much.
Okay, so did you hear what I said though?
I did. I heard you, but I just wasn't able to see you, and that caused me some concern. I didn't know what was happening.
All right. Well, the situation that we haven't seen each other in 5 years, and we want to do counseling. He would never lay his hands on me. He would never threaten me. He would never hurt me. And what I said, I was attacked 5 years ago, and I had PTSD from it. When I was woken up by the cops, and it was in the middle of the night, I was drunk. I came from the desert. I was peeling. I had no scratches on my forehead. I was peeling because I just got back from New Mexico, and I tanned 3 times that week. But no, Dave never scratched me. I don't even know what I said. Maybe I had a PTSD moment of what happened when I was attacked 5 years ago. I love him, and I want to do counseling with him, and he is the most amazing guy. I just lost my daughter, and I came back to him because he soothes my heart. He makes me feel comfortable. I trust him. He would never hurt me in a million years. And look at me, Your Honor. I swear on that. I swear on that. And God bless. I hope everything works out because he is my husband and I love him and I would never be scared of him ever. So please, just please let him out. He would never hurt me. Never.
Thank you, ma'am. You do recognize that he's pled to domestic violence against you, right? Do you understand that he's admitted to, through a no contest plea, domestic violence against you?
I kind of do. It was breaking up a little bit. But can there be a can I contact? Can me and him call each other and talk? Right. I love him. Your Honor, sorry.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I love him and I need to talk to him. I love him. He is my husband. I haven't seen him in 5 years. This transition we just want to do counseling together. I mean, this means the world to me. If you can let us talk.
All right. Thank you very much for your information. Is there anything else that you want me to know?
I'm not afraid of him. I'm literally not afraid of him. That's why I came back to be with him because I haven't seen him in 5 years. If I was afraid of him, I would never have came back.
Why were you gone?
I was drinking. I just got out of detox last week, and I'm completely sober. I'm going forward. No drinking involved, no more. I gotta just keep moving forward. I just got out of detox. I love this guy. He is my husband. I need him.
Ma'am, why were you gone for 5 years?
Just because my family moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I needed to be with my family. And my daughter just passed away, and I sold my house in Michigan. Just because there was nothing there for me. I was going to come back when Dave Barber got out of prison, and that's what I did.
Your Honor, and I don't mean to interrupt. The 5 years Mr. Barber was serving an MDOC sanction, which I plan to explain to the judge, to Your Honor. But
No, I'm happy to hear that too. All right. Anything else, ma'am?
Just please, can me and Dave Barber talk, and will you, if anything, please let him out today. I know you can't, but please, just do anything you can to help this guy, because he is a very innocent man.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
You're
All right,
welcome.
Mr. Barber, we're now going to hear from the attorneys. I'm going to hear from Ms. Brucker first, and then your attorney. And then if you have anything to tell me, I'll listen to you, anything that you have to say as well. So Ms. Brucker, any comments that you have?
Judge, Mr. Barber is on parole. I spoke to Mr. DeLeo and they are going to continue to supervise him. He's been incarcerated since his arrest on May 12th. So I would ask for the court to impose just a jail sentence and then continue to allow parole to keep supervising him.
All right. Mr. Trush, any comments that you have for allocution?
Yes, Your Honor. So to give the court some understanding of the situation here, Mr. Barber was convicted of a manslaughter charge in Antrim County related to a hunting accident. He served a 5-year MDOC sanction. He and Ms. Barber had married shortly before that incident occurred. Mr. Barber spent the last 5 years in MDOC, was recently paroled. When he was paroled, he contacted April. April came back to Michigan so they could be together. This is the first night that they had seen each other in 5 years. You can imagine that that would be a pretty emotional occurrence. I agree with Ms. Barber that I think counseling is probably important. And I think it's important for both of them, both for Mr. Barber in terms of addressing some of his issues, but also they're going to need to learn to be a couple together. After 5 years being separated, I can't imagine that that's an easy transition. So if they intend to continue the relationship, as I think they're both asserting that they intend to, I think counseling is going to be important for them, again, to learn how to be a couple and communicate and live together again. So I think the background that Ms. Brooker explained in terms of what MDOC intends to do, I believe that's accurate based on my discussions with his supervising agent, Agent Morley in Antrim County. So I would concur with the prosecutor. I think a jail sentence here makes sense, and then to allow him to continue the parole term. Thank you.
Ms. Brucker, do you have any idea of how many days he has credit for, just from the May 12th to today's date?
I believe so, Judge.
Your Honor, if I may, just so that the sentence is accurate and doesn't create a problem with the state court administrator's office, he's on a parole detainer, so I believe
get credit for it. All right. All right. Because of his status on parole detainer, if I sentence him to a specific amount of jail time, is that going to be in addition to what he's already done? Mr. Trush, is that your understanding?
Yes. So technically, he doesn't get credit here for the detainer, but he would get credit against whatever MDOC chooses to impose. So if they imposed 30 days, he would serve them consecutive, but the time he has sat would apply to the MDOC sanction, not this court sanction.
And he's not going to get credit if I give him, pick a number, 20 days. He's going to have to serve 20 days from today on my sentence. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you all very much. I appreciate all of the information. I've got to say this. It stretches credulity to me that the first night that you're together, that you get involved in a knife, police, and domestic violence. And then you say that there's nothing going on and you just want to have counseling. That to me just makes absolutely no sense at all. So Ms. She's still here or not?
She's here, Judge. Just her video's off.
All right. I understand that you're married to the man, but this can't continue. Do whatever is necessary to get some counseling, and be very careful, because this kind of stuff is going to get you hurt. All right. It is the sentence of the court that Mr. Barber be sentenced to jail for 20 days. I'm not going to place him, and he's 20 days forthwith. I'm not going to place him on probation. I'm going to waive fines and costs, because he just got out of prison. I don't think he has any job or money to pay those. And that'll be the order of the court. Normally, I've sentenced to probation and require counseling and probation to monitor his behavior, but I believe the parole will do that better than anything else can. So, Ms. Barber, before you go back to him, it's my recommendation to you. It's not a court order. It's my recommendation that you get some counseling and that you seriously think about whether or not you should be with this man, because if you're going to stay with him, he's going to be a danger to you, and I don't want that to happen any further. All right. Good luck.
Oh,
That's all. That's all for today.
All right. He will not be a danger to me. Absolutely not. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Hey, Your Honor, can we talk? Because I couldn't hear. Can me and Dave Barber have communication? Because my phone's messing up right now.
I didn't order any probation, so once the sentence is put into the court's record, he's not on probation, he's not on bond conditions through me. So if the jail wants to let you have contact with him, you can. I have no idea whether or not his parole will allow you to have contact with him or not. So I didn't do anything to continue the no contact order, but and the reason I didn't do that is because I didn't put him on probation. He's still simply on parole, and he'll continue to be on parole. If you're going to have contact with him, good luck. I hope I don't see
Thank
you
you.
here as a victim of something else.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to do counseling together like there is no other.
All right. That's all for today, ma'am. Thank you very much. You're free to go.
I love you, Dave Barber.
Your Honor.
I love you.
Deputy, I believe you have Joshua Johnson in the jail as well. Could you bring him in next, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Stand back, sure. I should go ahead and stand on there.